What is the morality of Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad is a show that loves gray areas, characters that are both good and bad. But as crazy as this sounds, I think it is a reaffirmation of traditional morality. That sounds insane because the whole show is about Walter White slowly becoming a villain. But from the very beginning, Breaking Bad is really asking you one question, which is, can you break one rule without breaking any others? That's what Walter White tries to do. Initially, he only wants to cook meth, but very quickly he realizes he's going to need to make a lot of other compromises. He's going to need to defend his drug empire. He's going to have to kill people. It's basically a if you give a mouse a cookie situation, but with ethics. I think the biggest moral reveal of the show is that Walter White didn't need to turn to crime. Gray matter and the Schwartzes would have paid for his treatment if he had asked. Walter's true sin is pride, and that's perfectly reflected in his counterpart, Hank Schrader. Hank is the most law-abiding, law-enforcing character in the show, but he's also prideful. In his final moments, he could have lived if he had given up on his pride and just made one moral compromise. Hank and Walter are opposite ends of a morality spectrum, both of which lead them to death. The one character that survives is Jesse Pinkman. He becomes the hero of the show. The final season is largely told through his perspective. And the interesting thing about Jesse is that he was the one who was truly forced to become a criminal. He was a failed student. He didn't have any prospects. And if he had never crossed paths with Walter White, he probably would have lived an easier life, not necessarily a great life, but an easier one, because Jesse didn't have pride or greed or insane ambition. Walter White's pride leads to his downfall in a biblical fashion. Jesse achieves redemption, and Hank's dogmatic perspective is proven to be too rigid. Ultimately, Breaking Bad implies that ethics are contextual, but morally compromising for the greater good is usually just an excuse for self-indulgence.